Now we've finally reached our new part of the course and we'll be solving simultaneous equations. So let's have a look at the first one. I'm asked to graph the line y equals 2x plus 1, and I'm going to use the table of values for that. So again, 0, 1, 2, they're my favourites, and I'll just plug them into the rule, plot the points. So I'm going to go 0 across, 1 up, 1 across, 3 up, 2 across, 5 up. I'm going to go and plot those and create my line. So I'll get you to do that for me. It'll be more accurate on your graph paper than my screen, that's for sure. Now all I need to do is look at where those two lines meet. And as I said, mine's a bit dodgy. It's at 1, 3, so you can double check that one. And so then I'll just write the solution down the bottom. X equals 1, y equals 3. Now what this means, if we sub x equals 1 into both those equations, we should get the same answer. So in the first equation, y equals 4 minus 1, that makes 3. In the second equation, y equals 2 times 1 plus 1, that also makes 3. So you can always check your answer by substituting back into your equations and check you get the same y value. So in this course, we'll only be solving simultaneous equations graphically. However, if you want to try and use algebra, you're more than welcome to do that as well. Now let's look at a question from last year's HSC. You probably heard the students talk about the emu-goanna problem, or whinge about. So we're going to let x be the number of goannas and y the number of emus. And it tells us that the number of goannas plus the number of emus is 31. So we have an equation x plus y equals 31. What we're going to do now is we're going to plot that. So I'm just going to look at different values that work. 0 plus 31 makes 31. 31 plus 0 makes 31. I could use, 10 and 21. So different x and y values that add to 31. The more you use, the better, because you have to be quite accurate. If you're half a box out on your line, they'll deduct a mark. So take the time. Again, I'm going to struggle here with my whiteboard. So you take the time to draw it accurately, and I'll try and do the same as well. Okay, our line should look something like that, and hopefully yours is a little bit more accurate. Let's go to the next part of the problem now. Each goanna has 4 legs and each emu has 2 legs. In total, the emus and goannas have 76 legs. So we're going to try and write an equation for that part of the question. So this would mean 4x plus 2y, because x is goanna, y is emu, should equal 76. Now I can try and graph that, but I'm going to make my life a little bit easier. I'm going to divide everything by 2 first. So this will mean 2x plus 1y will equal 38. And then I'll rearrange that to y equals 38 minus 2x, because it's a little bit easier to plot in my opinion. Okay, table of values. I'm going to use in this case 0, 10 and 20, because 1 and 2 would be too small. Plug them in and I'll get 38, 18, and then -2, which is useless to me. So if it was my HSC, I'd probably put 5 in now, or 15 to get a third point, but I'm going to run with that. I'm going to plot 0 across, 38 up, 10 across, 18 up, and hopefully get a nice line. So yours, if you can spend some time doing it a little bit properly, so you'll be able to read off the answer exactly, because mine is a little bit wonky there. Now, if I've done it accurately, I should now be able to read off the point of intersection, and I should be able to check I'm right by putting back into the equations. So if I look at my graph, I'm thinking it's at x equals 7 and y equals 24. Yeah, I think that's good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to write that solution down, but check it works. So my first equation is x plus y should equal 31. That's correct. 7 plus 24 does equal 31. And in my second equation, I'm going to go back to the original. 4x's plus 2y's should equal 76. So if I go 4 times 7 plus 2 times y, which is 2 times 24, I should get 76, and I did, so I know my answer's correct. So I'll finally write that there's 7 goannas and 24 emus in the park.